you gonna stream?
I am streaming.
Okay, so I have to go on Twitch to see you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I got my own border layout. Let's go. I like it. How do we want to start this? Should I start it like I always start my videos?
Sure.
Alright. What's poppin', people? Y'all already know who I am. It's your boy, the Pokemon God, the Jungle Menace. Actually, I'm not a Jungle Menace at all. You already know me. It's your boy Blues, back again with another video. Or more like a stream, more than less. Anyways, I'm back. We streaming. Lucas with the 20-month prime. Okay. He's got that money. But yeah, we are back here, back again, once again. We got Tim here as well. Say hi to the people, Tim.
Hi, people. What's up? I'm ready for
Okay.
this. Let's do this.
So,
Support
for
Blue.
the...
Let's go.
Okay, he's got bars. Anyways, as you guys can see, we are not scouting, but we are casters for our friends that are playing League right now. Tim with the sub, you already know. Yeah. Okay, I have no idea who that is, but who cares? Anyways, as you can see, we are currently scouting, or not scouting, but we are casting for our friends in League. Okay, Steph, Jesus Christ. Steph, Chloe with the prime. Okay, I got money coming in. Yes, sir. Fucking hell, this is crazy. And you always ask? How about you pick a name then? God damn. Anyways, friends are scouting for Clash right now. Tim, what do you think? What do you think is gonna happen in these games, bro? Let's hear your input
Mm,
on this.
the games haven't started yet, but I think they might go. I think they might go to the finals, but it might be a rough bet depending on how many Smurfs there are in this
Yes, they
game.
are.
Because
So I'm gonna go ahead and go into the Clash and see the go into the Clash tab and see how everything's going. Okay. We got a follower. I don't know who followed, but we're getting a bunch of subs. If we come first, I'll give you monthly. Fucking stuff. Okay, let's see. Because it says that they're scouting for Clash, but I want to see the bracket, but I guess I can't. Can one of you guys? I know you guys are in the stream, so can one of you guys Can one of you guys send me a screenshot of the bracket? That way I can pull it up on stream, because that would help a lot. Right now I can't see the bracket, but you guys are scouting, so just send me a screenshot and then I'll put it on stream right now. It'll help. But yeah, so the team name, from what I've heard, they're called Extreme Monkeys. So we got Steph in the top lane. We've got the new jungler, who is Jason. Jason is going in the jungle. Kyle in the mid lane. Lucas is ADC, and Chloe is on support. With Coach, insert coach name here. With Coach Daniel making the plays.
this is gonna be pretty interesting with Steph in the top lane. I'm gonna be excited when he plays. You think he might pull out the Orin?
Steph on the Orn, huh? It's gonna be very interesting to see. It's Kyle's brother Ryan. Okay. Let's save image as. I'm getting so many fucking follower notifications. It's insane. Oh my god, I gotta mute my own fucking. All right. All right, I've heard enough. Fuck it out. All the fucking notifications are going off. Okay, hold on. Let me just do something real quick. All right. I just gotta go. Okay, I need to switch scenes. There we go. Okay, now that all those notifications are out of my ears, let's go ahead and view the bracket. Oh, they're in champ select right now, so I'm gonna have to be quick about this. So I'm gonna put it on stream, okay, Tim?
All right, yep, I'm here.
All right then. I'll put this on stream real quick. So right now they are in champion select, and I'm gonna have to get the music for that too. Fucking hell. So put this on stream right now. So this is the bracket. So as you can see, they're facing TDM in the beginning of the game. Where's the Tim face reveal? Tim doesn't want to show his face. So stretch the screen. So here is the bracket right now, as you guys can see. Looks like they're facing TDM. Uh, big names coming from the teams. You already know. XTG, they've been on this losing streak for a while, but let's see if they can actually break that losing streak. Seems as though they haven't won a clash in a very long time, so we're going to see what happens in these games. Maybe they'll prevail today for today's game. This is what, week 3? Again, thank you to the follows. But we're about to. Alright. I'm gonna have to keep doing that for every single notification I get because I cannot find a fix for that. But yeah. But that is the bracket. Those are the teams. Now let's see if they're still in the champion select. So yeah. What do you think, Tim?
Hmm. I see that the TDM and ADC use the same icon. I'm just saying they're being basic. Well, our guy here, the XTG, will have the best. You know, I believe they're gonna make it to the top. I believe in our extreme monkeys. Is it extreme? What was it? Boosted? No. Yeah, it's
I put
extreme
it.
monkeys.
I put in the voice channel chat because apparently Discord
Wait,
has
no,
that now.
sure. All right, perfect. Extreme monkeys, we got this. Mm.
But yeah, that is what we are going to be seeing for today. Now they're still in the champion select, so we're about to see soon what will happen in these next couple games, or in this game specifically. You should watch champ select. I can't watch champion select, and if I do, I have to mute everybody.
Maybe we should do
Besides,
that.
no, because the thing is, if I watch champion select and then we go in, and then they go into the game, what ends up
Hmm.
happening is that when I stream the game from my client, it's going to be a 3-minute delay, so it's going to show them in champion select. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we are just waiting here in the wings. Hopefully they pick their champions fast, because I kind of want to stream this shit now. Fuck it out. But we do have the champion select music. What should we start with, Tim? We're starting with what? Throwdown? I think that's a good
Throwdown. Let's
idea.
start with throwdown. Yep.
Make sure you always get your water on deck. Always make sure you got some water. You know, core part of league is communication. And if your voice ends up dying, you're gonna have to get up, go to the kitchen, get you some water, come back. They get a pentakill. They end the game. Why? Because you didn't have any water on hand. So make sure you get some water. Mmm, tasty, delicious, nutritious. Fuck it out. Alright, so looking into the client, they have not left champion select. Fucking out. How long is this shit gonna take? Uh, so I guess we could just talk about the team, Tim, while we wait. What do you expect from this team?
Mm. Let's see. What I expect from this team?
Hey, get you some water, bro. Don't worry. If you gotta go and get you some water, go ahead.
No, no,
I'll hold
I'm
it
good.
down.
I'm good. I'm looking at this right now. I'm looking at it right now. With our mid lane, going with our mid laner, I do believe our mid laner can hold his own in most case scenarios. I would just have to feel like communication would have to be key, because the mid laner always tends to roam either top to bottom. So it is an issue with that. And depending on the jungler, it's very hard to predict where the jungler is going to be in most case scenarios. So I do have fears for our team, our champions here. If they aren't able to communicate well, it may not be the most ideal situation for them,
Yes.
especially especially what they pick. Sometimes the synergy is not there. Sometimes the wombo combo is not there without the communication.
Now, so far, I'd say, a kryptonite to this team here, Extreme Monkeys. A very, like a big ass piece of kryptonite, I'd say, is the jungle lane, the jungle matchup. So far, it seems as though this team has been getting stomped by a bunch of junglers that tend to be more or less Nocturne players. So I feel like letting that Nocturne through could be the biggest deciding factor of that game. So far,
Mm.
all the matches that they've played, from what I've seen in the match history, they've been getting stomped by a lot of Nocturnes, and if they haven't, it's been very close. So letting that Nocturne through
Nocturne's
could be
threat
very
is
critical.
gone, like from the late game aspect. As long as the
But that's the
as
thing.
long as they
They're never able to
Mhm.
get to the late game because the Nocturne is just that far ahead. The Nocturne ends up getting so far ahead that they just can't do anything versus it.
We'll see in the future because it's coming up soon. Are they still on champ? Just still on champ select.
They're still on champion select. So it's all gonna be up to them to see what happens and what they ban. Because once they load into the game, we're gonna be able to see what they pick and what they go into. What they ban, what they pick is going to be a key part of what team comp they're trying to play. So far, every other team that we've seen them face has been on point and on the same page when it comes to team team decision making. The enemy team has always been together as five. They've been roaming as five, and just the extreme monkeys, they just can't get it together. Okay, Tim, that was where you're supposed to actually chime in and say something, but okay.
No, I'm just looking at this game right now. Like looking at these, like they're still in champ select, so I'm just wondering how long it takes for them just to select the characters. It has been a while.
It has been a while, but do remember that when we do end up spectating this game, it is going to be a 3 minute delay. So right now they could be done in champion select, but it's just all dependent. So Kyle says in the chat that he
10
10
seconds
seconds
and they're
left
in.
and then they're in the game. So
Mm.
I will get my client ready. We're logged in, so that's going to be nice. Okay, they're in game, so let's go ahead and go into the spectate game, shall we? So as you can see, here we are in the champion select.
Mm.
I'm not sure if Brave is playing any music. No, it's
So
not.
yeah, I'm looking at their picks. Top lane Maokai,
Hold
mid
on, hold on, hold on,
Brand.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't do anything
Mm.
yet. Don't do anything. I kind of forgot about the.
Music.
Yeah. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, so
Mm.
looking at the teams, it seems as though that the blue side has opted to go for a pretty tanky front line in the Ornn and the Nautilus. Victor and Caitlyn are there going to be poking away, and it seems like they got the Vi just to get picks onto them. Coming from the blue side. Now, coming from Extreme Monkeys, it looks like they're opting to keep the brand in the mid lane while them um, picking up the Nocturne. Chloe is on that Lulu, and Jinx is opted for their ADC for Extreme Monkeys. He did have a really explosive game yesterday in the games that he played on, or the only game that he played on Jinx. But letting that brand through could be a bad thing for the blue side here. That brand damage is going to just keep ticking over time, especially with the Leandries, the Demonic Embrace, pretty much anything that just burns through percent health. What do you think, Tim?
I do believe that our side has a huge advantage in the mid to early game, but if it does get into the mid to late game, Orange giving like the extra item or the upgrade item to Victor specifically will definitely be a detriment to our ADC Jinx here.
Yes, but do remember that they do have the Nocturne here to try and counteract the pressure that the Vi has, because even though they both have point-and-click ults, Nocturne is still much better at what Vi can do, only because of that paranoia ultimate. The minute that ultimate goes down, no one has vision of where the Nocturne is, or where anyone is for that matter, unless they are grouped together. So it's going to be all on to the blue side to figure out if they should stick together in the later stages of the game, or just play it solo and have the Nocturne just run through them. As you can see, we do have 5 seconds on the clock here. We are loading into game. Hashtag XTG win or hashtag TDM win in the chat here. Let's go. Going into game 1 of the LCS Noxus Cup week 3, day 3. Or day 2. Whatever. We are loading into the Rift here. As you can see, everybody is ready. We are on the Rift for game number 1. Tim, you're streaming the game too, right?
You want me to stream it?
Yeah, you stream the game too.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll do it. Don't worry. So as you can see, coming from the blue side and coming from the red side, it seems as though the Victor and the Ornn are opting to stay in the top lane here. As you can see, Maokai's roaming up, drops down a ward, but that's pretty much it. So far, nothing crazy is happening so far. Hide my cursor. So far, nothing happening yet. So far, Nocturne does seem like he's going to be starting on the blue side, or starting with that blue start. And Vi and them are also going to be opting to go red. So it seems like both junglers aren't going to be vertically jungling yet, but as we see from the mid lane here, here is the star player of the series coming up on screen. This Jinx has been very vital to all the games that they've played. What do you think, Tim?
We'll see how ahead Jinx gets in the early game. Should be pretty weak in the early game, but we'll see how it goes.
Yes.
Last game was last game, remember that. Anything happened in this game. So far, no action happening just yet. Seems as though the bot lane is having some action, though. As I say that, some poke on the focus on the Jinx is very crucial indeed. So, but nothing happening so far. Let's go ahead and figure out everything there is to know about this. Nautilus support is very beefy in that front line, so we're about to see what happens there. Whoever gets level 2 in the bot lane will take the most. Okay,
let's go ahead and look at the top lane. Top lane matchup so far.
Top lane.
Ornn is really zoning off Maokai here. Like you said, Ornn is good in the later stages of the game, but that early game is going to be up to Steph here to relieve some of that pressure off. Go ahead, going back into the bottom lane here. As you can see our star player. 14 CS even as he gets the cannon. This Lulu is also a fright as well, seeing as how this Lulu can easily put in the work, or the missing work. As you can see, it seems as though something's happening in the mid lane. Nothing yet. But look at Vi. She's pathing up to that top side, trying to see if she can get that first blood onto the Ornn. That way the Ornn can get ahead and possibly just, just steamroll through.
Steamroll.
But as you can see, look
Yeah.
at Nocturne. They got a confrontation here in the bot lane. Nocturne was able to get that Scuttle Crab. As you can see, has also been seen by the Scuttle Crab. So hopefully Kyle in the mid lane, tends to steer clear of it. As you can see, Vi is pathing down, trying to go for that somewhat lane gank, but isn't able to get off the lane gank at all. But look at Nocturne here. Nocturne is getting both Scuttle Crabs, so very hindering on that Vi, making her starve in a way from the river. But look at the top lane up here. More trades coming in for the top lane. But look at the bot lane here. It seems as though the Nocturne is going in around. They don't have any wards here. Let's see what happens. Flash burn on the Caitlyn. The fear comes in from the Nocturne. They're fighting. They're fighting. Nautilus is able to get the pull. And an Ignite goes down. And I believe a Flash went down there too from the Jinx. So good trade so far.
But in the mid lane,
as you can see, the mid lane here got the first blood. And it was Kyle that was able to get the first blood. So let's go ahead and see what happened in this mid lane matchup here. So let's just go ahead and see. As you can see, Vi is going in for the gank. Gets it. But Victor's really low. Why he went in on that is far beyond
Nobody knows.
So no one knows. But apparently there's some more action happening in that bot side. So let's go ahead and look over. As you can see, this is the bot lane fight that just happened. I probably shouldn't have skipped this, but, who cares? As you can see, they back off, and this is where we left. So let's see what exactly happens here. As you can see, Chloe's got a lot of HP, but that Jinx is very low, so we're about to see what happens. Nautilus gets the pull. He's able to get the stun, and they're able to lock down Chloe there. The Nautilus is able to get the kill, which should have been better on the Caitlyn in my opinion, but a kill is a kill at the end of the day. Let's go ahead and go more into the match and see if anything has happened. So far, nothing has happened yet.
Yeah, that root effect on Nautilus is so strong. Especially gives enough time for Caitlyn to put down a trap. It's just insta-death. It's a really strong combo. They really did pick to win in the ball lane.
Yes, they did. Let's go ahead and look at the jungle matchup here. 41 CS on the Nocturne versus the 24 Vi has. Those Scuttle Crabs make a really huge difference when it comes to not just ganking, just farming as well. So far, the red side here, Extreme Monkeys, does have the lead in terms of a gold lead. Around a 200 gold lead on the blue side. So far, nothing happening in this top side. So let's go ahead and go mid, where Kyle has been pushing in this Victor. Now, Victor is also a late game champion, so let's just keep that in mind. But with how Kyle's playing, very aggressive, coming in from the mid lane here, it seems as though everything is fine. Against the bot lane here, we can see that Jinx is poking him off. Nautilus goes for the hook. It connects, but Caitlyn misses her placement of the trap. He goes in for the W, but the W ends up connecting onto a minion. So they had to back out. If Caitlyn had gotten that trap, that might have been a kill on the Jinx. So we'll see what happens soon. As the Nautilus is in the bush, they do not have that bush warded. But not until Jinx is able to put down a ward, and the Nautilus has been spotted. So let's go ahead and take a look at the mid side. Victor did recall. He is level 6, and Kyle is level 7. But it's all up to Kyle to see if he can get that combo. Vi is waiting in the wings at the top side of the river. Well, let's see. Is Kyle going to push this in more? It looks like he is, but he senses something off. So he ends up warding the bot side instead. But Vi does end up backing off of that mid lane. Or maybe not. Let's look at the Vi. Is she going to make a play here? Who knows? She's seen, but Sadly, nothing done. Ends up being spotted mid. Kyle is weary of this too, so let's see. Vi goes in, she charges up the fist, flashes, he's able to get everything off, and it goes down to the Victor. He's able to kill. Yes, he is. He's able to clear, but the paranoia out from Nocturne. It goes down to him. Nocturne's able to get a kill. He's able to get a double kill. Yes, he is. The double kill over to the Nocturne here.
Incredible,
Crazy
yeah.
plays
That
coming
Nocturne
in.
play was really good.
Crazy plays in here from the Nocturne. 56 CS, 2 and 1. Already this early in the game. Now let's go ahead and look at the bot lane. As you see, Lucas is down. Then he's just autoing minions now. Nautilus is in the bush. He's able to get the pull. No, he doesn't. So a fairly reasonable punish here, but let's see. He's going in. He gets hit. Gets caught by the Caitlyn Q. So far, nothing happening, which is good. So far, nothing happening in that top lane matchup. Steph is able to poke out the Ornn with the amount of health Ornn has, but so far nothing. Nautilus goes in for the ult, as we see here. He's able to get the trap onto Nautilus. As you guys can see, he's able to get everything off, but Nautilus is just sitting in the bush for no reason, and Lucas is able to get a kill. But as you can see, Nautilus has disconnected for some unapparent reason, so who knows what we're going to be seeing in these games. It seems as though the Nautilus has disconnected and reconnected and disconnected at the same time, so maybe there was a play, maybe there wasn't a play in that matchup, but let's go ahead and look at the mid lane. There's already some action happening here. Kyle drops down the ult and it goes over to the Nocturne, but look at the Nocturne. He's trying to chase that vibe, but ends up backing off of the vibe because
seems
it's
like
too
the
much.
Ornn actually got the kill on the Maokai.
Yes, that's something that we did miss. Ornn did get the kill on him by blowing off the Ornn horn. Ornn horn is a very crucial part of these later team fights, so we're about to see what happens as all the lanes end up recalling. Kyle right now is sitting at a staggering 1-1 with 77 CS versus that 1-3 Victor. But as we know, Victor is a late game champion, so it's just up to him to see what happens. But as you guys can see, this Nocturne is 4-0. Very, very strong assassin, especially this early. Already opted to go Duskblade instead of what's that one item called? Stridebreaker?
Stridebreaker, yep.
Yes. So let's see what happens. Seems like Nocturne does want to go
There
for
was
that dragon.
Stridebreaker and there's also Power Claw that he could have gone, whichever he preferred.
Stridebreaker is good because it does end up slowing them later in the game. So, but he did opt for that Duskblade, and I don't blame him. With him being 4-0 in the game right now, let's see what happens. So far, no action.
Nocturne's a big threat to all the lanes because Nocturne is so ahead. He can probably push ahead either the bot lane or the mid lane easily.
Yes, sir. But
I
look
would
at let's look at the jungle here. As you can see, the Ornn is going in. Not before Steph goes in too. Just blow for blow at the top side of the map. As you can see, Kyle is able to get a kill while we watch the top lane go off. Victor did blow that ultimate. Let's go ahead and look at the bot side. Jinx is getting all this poke down, but the Vi isn't able to do anything for some reason. The Rift Herald is up. Both junglers very confused on this part of the game. Kyle is very strong. He right now is 2-1, already with a completed Leandri's tournament in the mid lane. Why they haven't opted to go for a dragon or anything of that nature is very interesting. As you guys can see, there might be a fight emerging from the bot lane. So far, nothing. Let's see.
Nocturne
all goes down on the Nocturne and the Nautilus themselves. Nocturne goes in for the paranoia. He flashes out. He able to get the fear. He's able to get the kill onto the Nautilus, and Jinx is able to get the kill onto the Caitlyn. Nice plays coming in from the bot lane and the jungler. Not before Vi's about to come in. She has the ultimate. Is she going to use it? She uses the ultimate. Jinx burns the heal. She able to get the kill onto the Nautilus. And Jinx is able to get the kill onto the Caitlyn. Nice plays coming in from the bot lane and the jungler. Not before Vi is about to come in. She has the ultimate. She going to use it? She uses the ultimate. The lethal tempo proc is still on. She charges up. Is it going to be enough to kill? It is going to be enough to kill. Another kill on for this
Incredible.
Jinx. Incredible plays coming in from the bot and the jungle. Working together to try and shut down, or not even shut down, but prevent them from getting that dragon. As you can see, Victor is on the other side of that dragon pit, seeing if he wants to steal it. They're just going to give it up. Hextech Dragon over to the red side. Crazy plays coming in from the bot lane and great response from the jungle. What do you think, Tim?
It's going pretty well for the red team on this side. Right now, I don't think it just really depends on how well the Victor farms. I am having some doubts on their jungler Vi to carry their team. Ornn hasn't made his move yet on the chessboard, so it's hard to say how effective he will be in these team fights.
Yes, well, speaking of team fights and being useful to the team, Unleashed Teleport has come up for both Ornn and Victor. Maybe this is the summoners that they needed to be able to open up the map more. Maybe this is the 14-minute power spike that this team needs to get back into this game, because so far it's looking like a slaughter fest. 4-10 right now. As you can see, Nautilus is able to go for the ult again, but for no reason. He pulls into the wall there. Not before Jinx is able to get a bunch of kills on. It hit, ult lands, it connects with Caitlyn, but not before he gets a kill onto the Nautilus.
Interesting.
So far, the top lane has been pushed in for a while now, so it seems as though they only want to prioritize bot, which makes sense. Jinx has already got that completed Kraken Slayer, as you can see from the passive. But it looks like first turret, it might go down to the red side on
Bot
this
lane. Yeah, for the bot lane. Seems like we got that.
Looks like they're opening up, but not before the Ornn horn is sounded here in the top lane. As we go in, we see a dead Maokai. It seems like this Maokai is not putting in his weight, but let's see what can the Nocturne do. He's able to get the fear off, but not before getting backed off, because Vi is roaming up, but Kyle is roaming up as well. Let's see what they can do. Vi charges up. Brand is able to get the ult off, only hitting one person. Ornn gets the one-man knockup. Is that going to be a shutdown onto the Nocturne? It seems so. Not before Jinx ult hits. Vi is able to go down, as well as the Ornn. A 150 gold shutdown onto the Nocturne. Nocturne was able to live that, barely.
Brand got the kill.
Oh, Brand got the kill on the...
Brand kill off the Ornn, yeah.
Okay. Brand gets the kill on the Ornn. 150 bonus gold to him. 5-14 score. A 4,000 gold lead onto the red side. Let's see what they can do. Now, luckily, the red side was able to get that turret before Ornn was able to get the top turret, so that's good. Objective bounties are coming up for the blue side, so let's see if they can actually make something happen here in this mid lane. As you can see, it goes down. Nautilus goes down. But Shelly is summoned into the mid lane. I'd say very early. Ornn gets a two-man knockup. Let's see what happens here. The fear goes on. Kyle almost dies in this fight, but Kyle is on a rampage here, able to get the victor, while also possibly getting something from the mid lane. No, nothing from Shelly, but they're able to come up with a kill. 4 people, pretty healthy, pretty unhealthy at the same time.
Yeah. And they should be taking advantage of this time to try to push the mid lane as much as they can. Are they gonna push it? It doesn't seem so.
Tim, they already recalled.
No, I'm talking about the blue team.
Ah, the blue side, yes.
The blue side, because the red side was recalling, they could have attempted to push to attempt to get the extra bonus goal in the mid lane.
Yes, that was a very crucial mistake that they had made, the blue side here, because that would have been a good chunk and pretty much 250 gold for the whole team. But they chose not to give it. Dragon is spawning in less than a minute. So let's see what the red side does. Seems as though Nautilus is going to go in and check for some wards. No, he's going bot lane. As you can see, Jinx is right above him. Let's see what the Nautilus tends to do. He notices that his pink ward is gone. As you can see, look, he's getting caught out again. This Nautilus just is not working for this Nautilus, Tim. Like, what does he need to do as a Nautilus player?
He's face checking too many bushes. He should honestly just try to ward what he can. If he doesn't see the enemy, then he shouldn't try to look at. He shouldn't try just going to bushes straight away without having vision.
So as you saw,
very easily.
As you saw there, the Vi did try to attempt for the steal, but Kyle was just sitting in the bush here. He was sitting in this bush here to try and catch out the Vi, which he ended up doing. So now Vi had to recall. Thought they could get a kill with the Jinx rocket, but sadly, no kill there. But still,
and Orin's not doing anything with his potential. Like right now, he's just been chilling in the top lane. He's basically lost 2 dragons and he hasn't moved from top lane. Yes, I don't think this is gonna be good for him.
He does have that TP up, but I haven't seen him go in. But look at this, they're coming to help the top lane, and this is just a dead orange. The blue side is just, they are not doing anything right now. They seem like they don't really care. But look at this, look at the Nocturne. He's already getting a kill onto the Caitlyn. Ends up smiting and flashing and ulting and fearing. Is this going to be a kill onto the Caitlyn, or is it going to be a kill onto Nocturne? It's going to be a trade kill. 800 gold to the Caitlyn.
Oh, that's a lot of gold for the ADC.
Yes, that is a lot of gold. But let's go ahead and look at the mid lane. Just because the jungler dies doesn't mean that the rest of the game is over. Look at them. They're pushing out the mid lane. That Victor is very weak right now because of all of what's been happening.
Pressure from Kyle, yeah.
Yes, but let's see. Another Nautilus ult for no reason. I don't know why the Nautilus just keeps ulting Jinx. It is a good pick to get onto the Jinx, but other than getting the Jinx, the blue side doesn't have any pressure.
Yeah, they need to wombo combo with Bjorn off. If they had that capability, it would have been better. And then allowing.
But look
Victor
at the top lane here. But look at the top lane here. As you can see, Kyle was off split pushing the top lane and was underestimating the amount of health Warren had and the presence of the jungler. But let's go ahead and look at that mid lane matchup. Steph almost dies to the Victor ult, and Jinx is at half.
If Caitlyn has an ult right now, would be the best time to move in.
But it can't be a good time because this Jinx is just letting them auto away. Victor throws on the W to try and catch him, but no, nothing. Victor is still strong. As you can see, let's see the Jinx ult. Hits nobody, but look at the Nocturne. Nocturne's able to get a kill on the
Caitlyn.
Yeah. I had a brain fart there. But look. Let's look. Is Nocturne going to go for the Vi? Probably not. Wait. He sees. He notices. But looks like he's not backing off. He's getting the Nautilus, which is a very good pick here. Is he able to get it? I'm not sure. He's able to get the kill, but not before trading a kill over to the Vi here.
Coming in.
Now Ornn is actually, now this game is getting somewhere, because now that Ornn is coming into these fights, it could prove a really big hindrance to the red side. But with Jinx as stacked up as she is, it's going to be hard to. 7-0, 700 gold bounty on the Jinx. So let's see what happens. It does seem like they are opting to go top side. Dragon is up in the next 2 minutes, so nothing that much to worry about. But let's see here. Let's see. Ornn is able to E out of that, but it looks like Steph wants to keep going, but not before the rest of the team is just not there with him. As you can see, the Victor comes in. Lucas does have to flash here, but he does end up ulting. The Victor ult is still on him, may I remind you. There's the Ornn horn. He's able to get a kill onto the champion here, but sadly, nothing here. Nocturne Paranoia comes in. Look at the Jinx. The Jinx is still autoing away. No one's able to shut her down except for the Ornn at the end of the game. 1,000 bonus gold.
1,000 gold.
But as you
Damn.
saw there earlier, Nocturne is able to get a kill onto the Victor. 4 for 1 on the red side here. What will they do? As you can see, another, and that is going to be the Bud Light ace for the Maokai. Let's call them Nautilus. But yeah, as you
They
can
do
see,
manage to survive to the 30-minute mark.
look
I
at this.
honestly believe
Bowie has been caught out, but not
Victor will
before.
actually have more damage than Ren at the moment. After the 30-minute mark, Victor will be doing tons of damage. If you've been noticing, he has been coming back into this.
Yes, he has. That Leandri's does help a lot with this. Or not Leandri's, that Loon's Tempest does help a lot. As you can see, look at this. This is 3 dragons in a row coming in from the red side. And as you can see, Kyle is just here waiting in wing just to see if he can catch out anyone like the Vi he did earlier. It doesn't seem like they're going to go contest for this. That is a clean Ocean Drag for them. He is caught out by a ward though. Nautilus tries to go for the pull. Nothing is able to be done. This Nautilus has not been proving to be that good in this game. All the hooks that he's been landing have been good hooks, but with how far behind
He has been leaving or disconnecting from the game. I'm not too sure if it might be an internet connection.
It may be an internet connection, but look at this. Caitlyn is all down bot by herself. Caitlyn is just bot by herself, which is very dangerous, seeing as how this Nocturne is 9-2 with a completed Axiom Mark. So those ults from Nocturne are just going to be getting pumped out like clockwork. Those of you that don't know at home, what does Axiom Mark do? Axiom Mark refunds a portion of your cooldown for your ultimate. So every time you get a kill or an assist, your ultimate cooldown goes down significantly. And if it's a long cooldown, it's going to go down really fast. But look at Nocturne. He's already going for that Victor. That Victor is just not able to get it. But who knows? Maybe with enough damage, the Victor is able to kill the Nocturne here. And flash for flash and ult for ult from both laners. So far, almost smites the camp to get some health back, but maybe he might go. The ult almost connects from Jinx, so yeah, but look at that. Steph was able to TP in to save his teammate. Is he able to get Twisted Advance, stun? Nothing to do, but look at their bot lane. Their bot lane is on the Baron right now. A really big call from them. Seeing as how there are 4 people bot, this is a free Baron unless Kyle goes for the steal. Sadly, he wasn't able to get the steal, but very close indeed. Why almost misses the smite on that. Let's go ahead and look at the mid lane here. Their mid laner here, Kyle, is almost getting them.
Let's see.
Yeah, that is a Baron power play from Bud Light. So we're about to find out what can the blue side do for this Baron, or what can they do with this Baron, seeing as how the dragon is coming up in the next 2 minutes. Tim?
It depends on how well they can push. As far as I can tell, with the Baron buff, if Orin can get onto both Jinx and Bran, I think it might they might be able to get enough they may be able to have enough pushing pressure to get a bunch of towers. Especially with Baron, it's a lot easier with the bonus minions coming around.
Very interesting. So far, nothing's happening with that Baron. I guess the whole point of that Baron was to make sure that the red side doesn't have that Baron for themselves. Because if the red side does get the Baron, all they have to do is just do a 3-2 split push on bot and mid. But look at this. Kyle is here with his jungler. The ult is able to bounce between him and the Nautilus here. Is he able to get a kill on? Almost gets the kill, but Nocturne is able to clean up. But as you can see here, the Vi is trying to find Kyle here. Gets the shutdown onto Kyle. But the Nocturne is right there, and the Victor is right behind. A 2v1 situation on the Nocturne. But as we saw there, they do end up getting a kill in the top lane. And as you guys saw there, a double kill for the Caitlyn, I believe. Is it a double kill for the Caitlyn? We're about to find out.
Yeah.
That Lulu's pretty fast. The Caitlyn did blast cone somewhere else, but it does seem like the Vi is chasing. Is that an ult kill? No, it is, but it is still a kill onto the Vi. And I guess that's what they were planning to do with the Baron. They're able to get that
And they
mid
still
turret.
have Baron, and they're still split pushing. Yeah, and Victor's still pushing bot. They're gonna get a bonus gold. They're gonna get a lot of bonus gold for this.
Yes, they are. Victor is getting that bottom turret, and that mid turret is about to go down too. More bonus gold for the blue side here. For not just the mid lane turret, but the bot turret as well. Now, as you see here, Dragon is coming up in the next 25 seconds, so it's up to the red team to figure out what they want to do. This Nocturne is really ahead.
And now there's
10
only a
and
difference
2.
in like 1K.
Yes, that gold lead was very huge in the beginning, but now it's just a 1K gold lead for the red side. But let's see what happens. Jago plays down a ward. Going to the Kyle vision. Going into the Nautilus vision. Nothing happening so far. Look at Vi. She's waiting in the wings. Gets caught out by Steph. Let's see what happens. It seems as though they opting to go into the Vi, but it doesn't seem like that. This is the sole point for the red side. TP coming in from the Victor. Let's see what happens. Nautilus is ended. Nautilus ends up ulting. The Ornhorn goes down. Let's see what happens here. 3-man knockup. But the kill does go over to Kyle on the Vi here. Let's see what happens. Ornn is going in, but he's just not able to get into that backline. Double kill for the Jinx. Going in for the triple? No. It's KS by the Nocturne here. But as you guys see here, a triple kill for the Jinx. Another Bud Light ace coming in from the red side. The Extreme Monkeys. Now, it just depends on what they want to do. Do they want to push out mid? Do they want to push top in more? Let's see what happens. Very good engages from the blue and red side. The red side with the Maokai ultimate was able to stun good members of the enemy team. But the Ornhorn and the Vi ultimate, I believe the Vi ultimate wasn't even used.
The Vi ultimate was not used at all.
Yes.
Neither was Mr. Ultimate.
Both Victor and Vi still have their ultimates, which was very detrimental to that fight. As you guys can see here, everything has been reset. An inhibitor has been taken down by the red side. So it just depends on what they want to push next.
Actually,
they have
if
the
you
mid
just
lane
paid
open.
attention right now, Victor was just upgraded to the Eye of Ludens by Ornn.
Yes, sir. The Ornn upgrades have been proving useful. So far,
It has just been bossed now, so let's go. It's
Yes.
time.
The Victor has been online for a while now. Even though he is 1-8, he is still providing some of that CC that can help the blue team get ahead in these fights. But with the red side having Ocean Soul, I don't know how good it's gonna be.
Or the Ornn difference is going to be very interesting. I'm not too sure if it's going to be a 5K difference, but we'll see.
Baron is coming up in 15 seconds, so we're about to find out what happens in this game. Let's see.
Yeah, see.
It seems as though the red team does want this Baron, because if they get this Baron, it's pretty much game over. Spawning in right now. Let's see. It seems as though are they gonna do a Fnatic Bush? I don't know, but look at Ornn. Look where he is. Ornn he's getting caught out by the whole team. Vi's here, the Ornhorn is in. Let's see what happens in these fights. Nocturne's able to go in for the ult. Kills the Vi in the process. The Ornn is just too tanky here. Getting hit by the Jinx. A double kill for the Nocturne. And the Nautilus is still on him, but nothing. Kyle's able to get the kill onto the Nautilus. A triple kill for the Nocturne. Now, what are they going to do? Are they going to go and push? They might just go and end it, Tim. No,
Yeah.
It looks like it's an FF from the blue side. Good games to the blue side and good games to the red side, but that red side was able to get ahead really far.
I have to say the blue team did have all the parts that could work to win. They just it didn't have the right people, the right communication to execute it.
Yes, they did not have the right communication skills to do this. So I don't know what the blue team was supposed to do. It seems as though that Ornn was their win condition, but it just didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if they were able to hold out a little bit longer instead of forcing some of those fights, Orin would have been able to upgrade everyone's starting item and might have actually made a big difference.
Yes, it does seem like that game was very interesting in the way that they played because it seemed as though Ornn had complete control of the top lane, which is kind of ironic seeing as how in yesterday's games the Ornn that they had, Extreme Monkeys, they were pretty much in the same boat. Ornn was ahead, but no one was able to get anything done in the map, so they were able to just steamroll. But with that being said, let's go ahead and go over to the other call and bring someone in for the post game interview. Tim, you coming with me?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Okay,
What's
so
up?
here we are at the post game interview. We got the 80 carry of the match. Lucas, how are you?
Doing good? Guys get pulled into here against my will?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
So what
Let's
can you
do
tell
it.
us? So what can you tell us about this game? Because it seemed as though it was a complete curb stomp in that bot lane.
I mean, we fired on all cylinders. Everyone played well. It was a team diff.
Team diff
Mm.
indeed. Now, how do you feel about Steph's performance in that top lane? He was 1-4, but the 14 assists it seemed as though he was a star player there. All the
I mean, I
CC
wouldn't say
control,
star, but
all the
he did his
CC
job as
control.
the tank. He
Mm,
was the tank, big beefcake.
yes, and Kyle did get a lot of early kills in that game early on. 9 and
Yeah,
3
Oh,
on the
brand.
brand. What happened in the
Yeah,
champion select? Because it seemed as though that I thought that they were gonna ban out the brand, but they didn't.
yeah. They focused our jungle, banned all his champs, and then they banned
Yes.
our top laner.
Yeah.
But we pulled through with deep champ pools. Our mid laner plays only Brandon and Nivea, so we got deep champ pools.
Oh,
As long as I
okay.
don't ban mid laners, we should be okay.
Okay. And Chloe also proved very important in that team too. 0-2, but 25 assists. How do you rate her performance?
Like 7 out of 10. She's getting pretty good. Not gonna lie.
Tim, you have any questions to ask
oh.
him?
Yep. So did you have any was there any team fights that you had doubts of winning and at like any specific like fight you had during that game where
Got
you
a little
had
bit
some doubts?
antsy towards mid game because we were getting caught out a couple times around the map. I got caught out
Mhm.
top. We got fucked by Orin, and we
Mhm.
got caught out as well in the bot. So other than that, you know, we were
Mhm.
getting a little bit antsy because the game started slowing down.
Yeah. So do you have any notes to your future self for your future games that you're gonna remember to bring into your future game? I can't even say
Maybe
what I'm saying.
get less antsy. I think we played
Like
lane well. We
Nancy,
played late game well. We just the mid game we got a little bit bored and started making some bad plays and some bad calls.
Mhm. I see, I see. Edwin, do you have any more questions for him?
I think I'm good. I'm gonna let Lucas go here. We're gonna
All
go
right.
head back to the desk. Presented by State Farm. So we'll see you guys in the next game.
We appreciate you coming to this, Lucas, and we appreciate your interview.
No
Thank you
problem.
very
I'd
much
like
for your
to shout
time.
out to my mom who supported me through my career. Thanks, guys.
No
Okay.
problem.
What the? Oh my god, that was hilarious. Holy Jesus Christ.
Uh,
Ah, that was funny as hell.
All right. Are they still doing champ select right now? Let's see where they're at.
No, they're currently scouting right now, so. Oh, they are in Champion Select. Okay, we're getting back-to-back games today. Okay, I like this. Although I would like it if one of you guys swing me the link to the to what's it called? The like the bracket. But then again, they're in Champ Select, so
Yeah. The bracket.
too late.
Too late.
But yeah,
We're in
that
game of
game
business.
was very influential on the ADC and the mid laner and the Nocturne too. It seemed like the whole team was able
I
to
was about to
pull
say you cannot forget that Nocturne jungle. His presence in the early game
that
was
present.
really great. It
Yes,
really
that
did push a lot.
that presence was very it was very scary. It seems as though that they looking at the bans here, as you guys could not see. So from the blue side, they had banned Viego, Vayne, Diana, Jarvan, and Sejuani. And going into the red side was Aatrox, Anivia, Yumi, Udyr, and Shen. Very strong champions in their own right. Currently sitting at the top of the leaderboards, Udyr and Yumi are very strong, especially with that rework that had just happened not too long ago in the last patch 12.16. But yeah, it looks like the team of Extreme Monkeys is going to be advancing to the
The
winner side
semifinal.
of Clash. So we're about to see what happens in that champion select. So what do you think, Tim? After seeing that game, what do you think is going to happen in the next game?
Mm.
Do you think that the other team saw that their match was 32 minutes and they're gonna look at the Nocturne, ban it out, ban out the brand, ban out the Jinx? What do you think is gonna happen?
I think the brand might be a band that they might go for. They realize that the ADC plays a lot of different characters, so I don't think they can ban out specific ones.
Mhm.
But the thing is, as far as I can tell, it's more or less a confidence thing. They've won their game right now. It might. I just hope they don't get too overconfident about that, and hopefully don't don't go overconfident like in the top lane and just be super aggressive early on,
Yes,
depending on their characters.
it does seem like this team does have a history of popping off too early and getting hyped too early. So it's just all on to them to see what happens in the later stages of the game or in the later stages of this series. It's all up to them. So right now they are in Champion Select, as we saw there earlier. So we're about to find out what happens. What is going to happen in this team? Are they going to stick with the same comp? I don't know. But what you do have to remember here, Tim, is that even though Steph was on that Maokai, he was proven to be a good help to the team. And another thing to note is that even though they picked Ornn, Steph is an Ornn player. So it's all down to the next team. Are they going to let the Ornn through or are they going to ban it flat out?
Mm. We'll have to wait and see. It's almost time. Let's see. Are they in game as of
They're
yet?
not in game yet. So we're going to see what happens there.
Let's see.
Now going into these games, they're very interesting to say the least. So we just have to see what happens in these later stages of the game. And who knows? These games are starting to get very crazy as they load into game. Let's just go ahead and I can't spectate the game. Oh, that's why. Spectate. Okay, so going into the game, let's go ahead and see what their picks and bans are. Their picks. So as you can see from the picks and bans, it seems as though Extreme Monkeys has opted to be the blue side pick. So as you can see from the champion select here, it seems as though Kyle has opted to go for the Lissandra. They let the Orin through, which is I'd say a very big mistake coming from the red side. And then the jungle Sejuani coming out, letting the Vayne come through and keeping that Lulu intact, Tim. Coming into the red side, we have the Alawi top, the Fiddlesticks in the jungle. It does seem like it's going to be a Maokai support with an Ari mid and a Misfortune in the bot lane. Now remember,
A
yesterday...
Maokai support.
What'd you say?
Like I was saying, the Maokai support. I'm just thinking it's an off-meta pick. By using that against the Vayne, depending on the situation, if they were able to get a bush cheese with a bunch of the plants early on, it does a ton of damage early on. Especially destroys the minion wave. It can be a benefit. It's a double-edged sword kind of thing, but with an AZ, because you're taking the farm as well in some of those cases.
Yes, but let's remember that yesterday's game, they played against the Misfortune, and the Misfortune kind of was able to control the whole game with the rest of her team. So we're about to see, is the same thing going to happen this game, or is Extreme Monkeys going to prevent this from ever happening?
Yeah, we'll have to wait. See.
Yes.
The Lissandra is really going to be
judging by
good for
their
locking
team, it
down.
seems as though they wanted to opt to go for the 4v5, which is not that good, seeing as how Alawi isn't that good in team fights. But we'll just have to see in the later stages of the game what this Alawi can really do.
If it does become a 4v5, Alawi with Hullbreaker, I honestly might see, it honestly might be a good idea for them. That's what the red team is trying to go for, while the blue team would probably want to go for a 5v5 because of how hard they have, with very hard CC they have with their characters, especially Lissandra, Orianna, and Sejuani.
Orianna?
No, Lissandra. What did I say? Orin. Sorry, Orin.
Well, that doesn't matter because right now we are loading into the game. Game number 2, Extreme Monkeys versus Buddy the Dog. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in this game, Tim. Let's see who is going to come out on top here.
Perfect.
So here we are loading into game number 2. Let's see what the blue side decides to do here. So it seems as though they might do the invade here, from what I see and hear. So as you can see, everyone is in the game. The Vayne does opt to recall. I believe she didn't buy anything. Yes, no buys from her. But look at this. Look at their mid laner here. The Ari here has opted to go for the Dark Seal start, trying to say that she can get ahead of Kyle and do all the damage and be that late game or early game carry that they want. Let's go ahead and see what happens.
Yeah, doesn't seem like they're gonna try to do anything for invading. It's nothing nice, nothing spicy on this run.
Yes, it does seem like Sejuani though has opted to stay with that, bot side leash, while the Fiddlesticks is going for the dual jungle camp, where he auto attacks the red and then goes immediately to the Raptors. Let's see if he ends up messing this up. Some Fiddlesticks players will mess this up, but we're about to see what happens here. It does seem like he did end up messing it up a bit, but this is how it normally happens. This is how it normally works. It does seem like he is screwing it up just a small bits, because all the camps do end up resetting. So looks like he is level 2, but Sejuani has already completed 2 of her camps, while Fiddlesticks is still trying to complete those Raptors. Let's go ahead and look at the bot lane. Seems like some action might emerge from there.
Whoever gets level 2 first is getting dig. Okay, the
Oh,
bot. Okay.
Listen, advance coming in from the Maokai. He's almost able to get a kill on the Lulu almost, and there's the first blood
First
going
blood
over
on
to
the
MF.
Yeah.
It's not looking like a fresh start from the bot lane, but we'll see what happens in the later stages of the game. This seems like this MF is going for the AD builds. We'll see what happens there. As I said earlier, Steph is on that orange that they were able to pick in the last game. And like you said earlier, orange does make a huge difference in these team fights.
I'm more excited for the mid lane right now, especially with the Darksteel bot. I wonder what's gonna happen with that one.
Yes. It's going to be up to Kyle to try and go for those roams and try and shut her down. Ari, once she does hit level 6, she could just start roaming. Misses the charm on Kyle. Kyle goes in for the claw. Ari's got no mana because
She's really low on mana.
Yes, she did not start that Dark Seal. She started the Dark Seal and not the Doran's Ring. But look at the top lane here. As you can see, Ornn has gone in to go for the Alawi. Not before Jason's able to get in. He's able to get the second stun. Is he able to get the third? Third stun goes off. One more hit, and down goes the Alawi to Jason. Good plays coming in from the top side. But let's go ahead and look at the bot side. Maybe there's some action coming in there. Let's see. F used to make it rain. Able to get some poke on, but not enough. But look at Fiddlesticks. He is bot side. But look at over here. There is a pink ward right here. So if he does end up trying to go over to the tri-bush here, Fiddlesticks could end up, you know,
Being seen.
But look at bot lane. Bot lane is pushing up, so Fiddlesticks there is just biding his time. He's biding his time right now. Kyle is pressuring the mid lane, as you see from the minimap there. Doesn't seem like... Oh, there it is. As you see here, twisted advance. Is that a kill on the Vayne? I think it is. There's the kill on the Vayne. Not respecting the fact that they're just pushed up for no reason. There's a pink ward in there, so it makes sense, but I don't know. They just don't want to get this Vayne ahead. Without that Vayne.
Actually, the drags are coming up soon in a few moments.
Yes. Now, so far, we've only seen one gank from Jason. It was a kill to get top lane from that allowance. We will see what happens. Are gonna opt to go for it or not? Look at the top lane here. As you can see, Steph is getting... He's getting something pushed in. So, we'll see. As you can see, Chloe has seen that ward in the bot side, so she is doing the support's job and getting rid of it. Good job on her for getting rid of that ward. That way they can actually see the Fiddlesticks and anticipate that fear from it. The slows from Maokai and MF they're really hard to deal with. So it's going to be up to Ka to see what he can do in that mid-lane matchup. So far, it does seem like Ari did burn her ultimate. Or not. Oh, I guess I was wrong. As you can see, let's go ahead and look back at this bot lane. Not before looking at Fiddlesticks. As you can see here, he's trying to gank mid, or trying to get top. He's waiting. He's lying in wait. He is level 4 though, so we're just going to have to see what happens. The wave is going to be pushing to Steph here, but let's see what's happening so far. It seems as though he is opted to go in, but not before seeing Fiddlesticks. So what is his plan here? He does not. He has the flash. Flashes out. He's able to get the suck, and he goes down. Very, very interesting play from Steph here, because I believe if the pink board is right there, it does give you vision of the river. I could be wrong. I could be right. I'm not sure which one it is. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the Fiddlesticks still. The bot lane is looking pretty rough down there, but he is spotted by the scanner from the jungle. So we're about to see what happens. Is Jason gonna go in? Probably not. As you can see, their bot lane,
right there.
bot lane is recalling. So if Jason ends up trying to gank bot, he might just opt to do the dragon. See here, they are just pushing the wave in. looks like they aren't opting to get that dragon. Very interesting things coming in. Let's go ahead and look at this top lane matchup. All eyes, remember, all eyes in these matchups are going to be going on to Kyle here. Because Kyle is the mid laner, but that Ahri does... A good Ahri will roam 100% of the time to get the rest of her team ahead. And seeing as how bot lane is ahead by 1 kill, it's going to be up to Ahri to see where she goes. She might even go bot lane. She is starting to path towards that bot lane.
Fiddlesticks and Sejuani are both in the bot lane. They do want to get this dragon.
Yes, this dragon is going to be heavily contested, but I don't think Kyle realizes it. But the Ahri doesn't realize it either, so it is a full-on 3v3 down here. It does seem like both teams want to get this dragon out of the way, but look at Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks is in the bush. He's just waiting in the bush. Now before getting seen by Sejuani with the help of that jungle. As you see, they just... All they did was just ward, and Chloe's about to get hit by the enhanced saplings. But look at the mid lane here. Tried to go in on the Ahri, but sadly to no avail. No ults have been blown except for the Ahri. Now looking at the bot lane, because that's what we got to pay attention to, because that dragon is up. The polymorph goes down, but nothing else is able to go down with it. Now remember, Fiddlesticks is bot. After this blue, he might just path to go to. Cancels his W, but it does seem like the red side wants this dragon. They are opting to take it, but Fiddlesticks might just be looking for another kill if they push up. Let's see. It does seem like they want to go for the dragon, but they're very hesitant on getting it. But it does seem like Sejuani is getting the Rift Herald, and there are no wards.
Getting the Rift.
There are no wards on this, so getting this dragon is very crucial to them. It doesn't seem like Fiddlesticks wants to even get it. It seems like he just wants to get the Scuttlecraft. But it looks like he is starting it here. No vision from the blue side to get it. But luckily the Ahri is there to roam in, and I believe they might just give up this dragon. Yes, it does seem like the blue side is opting to give up this dragon. There's no one there to steal. A free dragon. It's also a trade for getting the Rift Herald. It's going to be up to Jason on that Sejuani to figure out where does he want to put this Rift Herald. But look at Fiddlesticks. He's pathing bot. He's getting seen by the ward. They see him, but it looks like Lissandra is roaming down. They do see Lissandra too, but I don't think they actually saw her roam down. No pings have been put up. They see Fiddlesticks. They see him. They see him. He goes in for the ult. Let's see what happens. He's able to get the 2-man ult off, but Kyle just... Something just happened to Kyle that just... They weren't on the same page.
Communication's key.
It just seemed like they weren't on the same page. I think Kyle was trying to get the stun off on Fiddlesticks before he even got that ult off. But because of that, that cost him the life of his ADC and his support. As you can see here, Jason is pathing up top. Alawi does see this. She does have the ult to go in. The flash whatever that move is, but is Alawi about to get the kill? She ends up getting the kill, but she also gets a double kill, which is another reason why you should not fight Alawi. It does seem like it is going downhill. Things are going downhill for the blue side. A 3k gold lead for the red side.
Who has their only kill on the blue side?
It seems as though the only kill that has it is the Sejuani, but he does have a completed Frozen Gauntlet, or Iceborne Gauntlet, but remember, that Fiddlesticks has 2 kills. Still no assist on the Ahri, but she's still managing to make it work. Let's just go ahead and look at the bot lane matchup here. You can see they are pushed in still. Not respecting the Fiddlesticks to see if he's bot. Even though they do have the wards for it, remember, when Fiddlesticks is level 6, his Scarecrow wards act as red trinkets.
Sweepers.
They act as sweepers.
To get rid of other wards. You mind confirming something? Can you press tab to see what is this Maokai building?
This Maokai seems to be building Winter's Approach or whatever that AP item is. But let's go ahead and look at the mid lane. There's a Rift Herald was summoned mid to get some plates, but nothing else. It seems as though both Kyle and Ari's ults are down. Let's go ahead and go back bot lane. Let's see what's happening here. Seems as though they're just getting the bot lane. They're just focusing on that. Nothing too crazy is happening. There's no ward in that bush, but they do see Maokai there, so I guess they want to do something. But look at Jason. Jason is pathing bot. He has been seen by the ward. Let's see what happens. Is he gonna go in or is he just gonna get the ward? It seems like he's just gonna be getting the ward. But look at Kyle. Kyle's also pathed down here too. Oh, but look at Jason. This might be an attempt. Or not. So far, no attempt, but it looks like they're trying to fake it out. They're trying to fake it out, but look at Kyle. Kyle has stayed not before getting seen by one of the Maokai saplings. But as you can see, look at Fiddlesticks. He's up top. He wants this top lane turret. But sadly, he's not going to get it because it is Ornn. Steph does have that Ornn horn available to him. So, just have to see what happens. Look, Jason is pathing up. He's pathing to his jungle. Is he gonna get caught out by Fiddlesticks? I don't think so. He notices something. None of his wolves are still there. Some raptors. But look at the top lane over here. The top lane turret goes down. The Fiddlesticks ult is down. It does seem like this is a dead Ornn. And it is a dead Ornn here. Not respecting the Alawi damage whatsoever. Alawi is ahead, 1-8.
Yeah, the top laner should have noticed the jungler was there. After our jungler Sejuani has been like the jungler was doing it, and he should have seen that Fiddlesticks was there. Yes. He might have had to fall back. But
a almost 6k gold lead for the red side. Blue side does have a lot of climbing back to do, but they can still do it. Let's see what he can do. Sejuani is there. He's in it, going for the Q. Misses the Sejuani ult and is able to get nothing off that trade. But as you see here, the dragon is up. This is the Hextech dragon, so they are going to be granted cooldowns for their abilities if they claim the Hextech dragon. Now keep in mind, this is the Hextech dragon, not the Hex Soul. But look at the top lane. Top lane is so pushed in. And it seems as though that Alawi did get that Hullbreaker and Frostfire Gauntlet. The same item that the Sejuani has. But let's go ahead and look at that bot lane. It seems as though they're opting to give up another dragon, which is not good. So long as they keep getting these dragons, it might just be game for the blue side here. It does seem like Maokai is doing the right thing, getting rid of this Blast Cone. That way they secure the dragon for themselves. It's a free dragon. No smite on the Fiddlesticks, so it might have been a contest, but nothing. Mountain Soul is up. And it seems as though they have opted to go for a lane swap. Lane swamp? Swap. What's wrong with me?
can you press tab? Let me see this Maokai.
Maokai is right now, he's just building tanky.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and look at the bot lane. Look at the Vayne. The Vayne is good at getting tanks. Misses the pull, but Lucas almost goes into it. Could have went in there, but he is weary of that Alawi ultimate. That Alawi ultimate is a huge hindrance. Getting rid of let's look at the top lane. Look at the top lane matchup. Look at it. Look at it.
Yeah.
Fiddlesticks does ult. He ends up getting the knockup. Double stun onto him. Shut down by the Ornn. Going in for another. Uses the Everfrost. Not before getting obliterated by the MF ultimate. it's just the blue team just cannot get into it. Horn goes in for the two-man knockup. I don't think that's enough to try and kill the rest of their team. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like it. They're able to get a double kill, and Maokai survives this onslaught. Going back into the bot lane here, Malawi did seem like she ulted, but she was tagged by Vayne, and it does seem like the Vayne does go down. The exhaust is blown, and it does seem like that is a kill onto the red side. Almost an ace, but it does seem like they're going for that early Herald. Early Herald indeed going over to the red side. 3 and 13, but it almost seemed like no one was about to pick up that eye. Let's see what happens in this game.
He gave it to the ADC, an interesting choice.
It is an interesting choice indeed, but it does seem like they are getting stomped by another MF. Oh, and the blue team does opt to surrender here. Very, very interesting, as they could have made it back into the game, Tim.
With not Orin, with Alawi being that ahead, it would have been very tough for them to get back into this.
Yes, that Alawi was 6 and 1, and the misfortune is 4 and 0. So I don't know what happened. It seemed as though the Fiddlesticks kind of controlled the map there throughout the whole game, and it just seemed like with all the roaming Kyle was doing in the mid lane, it just seemed like it didn't want to go up. Let's go ahead and go into what the fuck. Let's go ahead and go into the other call because it seems as though everyone is gone.
What happened?
And here we are with the post-game interview with Chloe. How are you, Chloe?
It was all right.
So what can you tell us about that
Not an
game?
ideal
Because it
game.
seems as though everyone has gone away.
Yeah, the last game was a forfeit.
So the last game was a forfeit. So what can you tell us about that game? What happened? Because it seemed as though Kyle just kept wanting to come bot, but he wasn't able to do anything.
Yeah, we were getting camped pretty hard, and Kyle was trying to come and help, but we just couldn't seem to pull through.
That indeed.
Yeah,
The 6 and 1 Alawi was a huge part and pretty much maybe your guys' loss. 10,000 damage at 18 minutes.
yeah, and the Fiddlesticks ult, there was like one where that hits both the you and Lucas, and I think I think Kyle might have been able to stop it, but it was just really hard to predict.
Yeah, I think we thought Lucas wasn't sure if it was a Fiddlesticks board in the bush, so we didn't go for the kill there.
That's what normally happens with Fiddlesticks, because when those things go down, it's something else. So what happened to the rest of the team? Because it seems as though you're the only one here.
They decided it was late and wanted to forfeit the last game.
Ah, okay. So it seems as though they did opt for the forfeit here, Tim.
It's okay. It was a good games all around.
They were good
Perspective.
games indeed. Now, anything you want to say before me and Tim sign off?
It was some good games, and I'm looking forward to the next time.
Okay, you heard it here first from the support main herself. Tim, let's go into another call and wrap this up.
Okay.
All right. So that is going to be it for the Clash LCS, the LCS Clash. As you guys saw there, it was an FF stated by Chloe herself. Really, really, really good game. Really good first game from what I saw. But yeah, that was pretty much that. Tim, what do you got to say about this?
It was a I could see that the second game was pretty hard. It was 13-3, I believe. The jungler, the Fiddlesticks was taking advantage of like certain points, and they were able to get a dragon. The thing is, I do think the jungler on our side, the blue side, was able to get Rift, but using it in the mid lane, might not have been the best idea in my opinion. But using it in the bot lane might have been a better idea to put more pressure to get away from those bushes,
Mm,
especially because it was very easily for Fiddlesticks to gank in that bot lane.
yes, it did seem like that Fiddlesticks was the star player of that game. So good games to both those teams. Seems as though that Extreme Monkeys is just they're not having it with these second games. It always ends up coming down to the second game of the series that they just can't pull through. What do you think, Tim?
I would say it's about 50% skill and 50% mental, depending on the scenario. If they went into the game, confident and strong, but as they were like slowly losing the lead, the mental started to break. It's understandable, especially it was 13 to 3. It was rough.
Oh,
I don't blame them for on FF that game. It was understandable. What do you think, in your opinion?
I think that the FF was justifiable. Chloe gave us a reason as to why they went to FF, and they just had to. But that's going to be it from me and Tim here. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Clash LCS. We will see you guys all in the next Clash, because yes, there is going to be a next Clash. We'll see you guys all in the next Clash. Maybe XTG can come back from the deficit. Maybe they can actually win a game. Who knows? But from me and Tim, we will see you guys all in the next Clash game. We are out.